Alright guys, this is Red Elder with my Molten Striker, Inquisitor, Molten Striker, crit based, and it melts pretty good, so let's see what we can do here. Yeah. This is Red Elder. So you know that it just melts everything. Stupid damage. And it's pretty much just I'm sure you've seen all that before. Just keep doing this. I almost just wonder if it's quicker to just let ship or die. And then just finish off the last 25% of it. This thing takes forever. Pretty easy. Over some gear after the kill here. I do have pretty good gear. I got lucky on that jewel. Sold it for 30x and pretty much geared this guy up pretty well. I do stack a lot of lightning damage and attacks and claws just for the shock. As you can see, portals just stay shocked constantly, so. And that's Red Elder. Let's see if he drops a jewel here. It'd be nice if he did. No jewel. Just a crappy leather belt. Nobody's ever gonna use. So yeah, Red Elder, T11 coves. Let's go over some gear real quick. So gear-wise, got this claw, just Nelly claw, crit, attack speed. As you can see, like DPS 314, not too shabby. Crit chance is a little low. Got a Stark Junkas. It's got 3 additional Molten Strike projectiles. That's the most pricey part of this build. It's about 17x on Abyss soft core. A 6-link belly using Molten Strike. I need to vow my gems. Maybe I can get 21. Who knows? Molten Strike, Multi-Strike, Conk Effect, belly damage with attacks, added lightning damage, stacking mostly lightning damage for this build. Shock is OP. And you're critting all the time, so you can pretty much keep most things shocked all the time. And then Ancestral Call. This is what makes the build pretty much OP, because you can not even attack the target and you'll get, you know, the 2 ancestral calls with twice as many balls hitting the same target. So that's why you can do so much damage with it over like Ellie Focus. I don't think Ellie Focus is worth it the way I'm doing, because I like shock things, and shock gives you more damage. We got these Beast Talon grip gloves. They're not super OP, but they did cost quite a bit. I think these were about 2x or something like that. Still might slam them, I haven't decided yet. The Darkness and Throne belt. with some good damage jewels. As you can see, these are kind of the jewels I'm using live and triple damage. Always want to make sure I have at least some lightning on there, as that's the main thing I'm stacking. Boots, cold damage if you've been hit recently. I can check in, there's probably something better than that. Maybe, I think there's a lightning damage roll, it's probably better, but that's good enough for now. And then there's Blasphemy with Enfeeble, Herald of Thunder, and then I have an Enlightened level 4. You can do it with a level 3, but level 4 is definitely better, and that's going to cost you out 4x. So this is an expensive build, as you can see. Worked up towards it, and you can definitely do the same. This Opal Ring, I actually rolled it myself, put like, I don't know, probably 50 chaos of chaos spamming in it, and got this. It's not the best, but it's pretty good, so. And then this Two-Stone Ring, I think I bought it for like 15 or 20 C's, something like that. It's pretty good. This amulet, I actually got a steal of a deal on. The guy didn't realize that there was a suffix open on it still, I guess. So I got this for like 15 chaos, which is pretty stupid. It's a pretty good amulet. I mean, like I said, it could be better, but you know, it's pretty good for, I think, like I said, 15C. And then of course, like Hasade, we're hitting all the time. We're a crit character, so this just makes it easy. You don't have to worry about any kind of accuracy. Flask I go with the Bubbling Divine of Staunching, just for bleeds and helping you out mapping. Surgeon Stibnite. This is really good because it's got, you know, 3 charges worth. It's up all the time because you've got the Surgeon's portion, and we're critting all the time. So, and then immune to curses. So this I just keep up mapping all the time. When you're doing bosses, you can probably switch to like a Taste of Hate or something like that to get a little bit more damage. Maybe even a Wise Oak, potentially. I don't know what my res is right now. Of course, my cold res is the highest, but you don't really need to pen on an Inquisitor. So I don't know. I just like the Stibnite. Probably a Taste of Hate would be second best. Zeri's Promise, we're doing tons of elemental damage. I should get a better roll on this, but that's going to convert to Chaos, which is pretty good. The Dying Sun, again, not the best rolled one, but it gives us 2 extra projectiles, more damage. And also gives us max fire res, which is really good, especially versus the Fire Guardian that can really pump out some damage. And of course, our Diamond Flask, just for extra crit. As far as the skill tree, using Instruments of Virtue, Righteous Providence, Inevitable Judgment, and Augury of Penitence. We're crit, so everything is to scale crit, basically. If you notice during the Elder fight, I was putting down Orb of Storms pretty constantly. And that's just to keep up our buff for Instruments of Virtue. So we get 50% increased attack damage if you've cast a spell recently. So that's, you know, increasing all of our flat elemental damage by 50%. It's pretty huge. We're using 2 Wildfire Jewels. Let's see, I got one right there. And one right here. We are level 94, by the way, so this is pretty much a full tree. I might go for level 95 just to fill out this last life point, and or put in some different jewel sockets. But jewels we're using, so I'm using, they don't have any life on them because they're super expensive, but these are like all 90 flat LE damage jewels I have in here, which are still pretty expensive, but it adds a ton of damage. For the price, they're actually better than Crit Multi with LE skills, and Global Crit Multi jewels. They actually give you more damage, so again, more flat. And I think that's it. The only other, oh wait, here's one more, and some more flats. Just lots of flat damage for claws and attacks. Point Blank, of course, we're LE, so we want all the LE damage. Crit multi. Defenses, so the reason why Stibnite's so good is it helps us evade. Plus we have acrobatics and spell acro, so things don't hit us very frequently in this build. And when they do, we've got a decent life pool to kind of take some hits. We are also running, like I said, Blasphemy with Enfeeble, so again, damage reduction and 47% reduced accuracy, so they're not hitting us very frequently. So really the big concern with this build is just elemental things on the ground and things that hit you elementally. Mind you, we're dodging it 30% of the time, but they can hurt pretty good because other than just your resistances, not a whole lot of defense there. Yeah, so it's mostly an evasion-based character. That's pretty much the build. I think we went over all the gems already. Let me take a look here. Oh yeah, we're using, like I said, Orbit Storm's Power Charge on crit and Ancestral Protector. And Ancestral Protector is for the more attack speed, so try to keep that up as much as possible. Blood Magic, and then Fortify, Shield Charge, and faster attacks as our movement skill. Blood Rage, Herald of Ice, Innervate, and Onslaught. This really helps with just map clear, just shattering enemies and keeping up Innervate and Onslaught. Innervate gives us a ton of flat lightning when it procs, and then Onslaught, of course, gives us a 20% movement, attack, and cast speed, so it's pretty huge as well. Cast when damage taken, Immortal Call, and Summon Lightning Golem. The Lightning Golem gives us a lot of flat damage every now and then for the little lightning thing he puts on the ground. I can't remember which call. You get a buff up here. And it also gives us attack and cast speed. And then on your belt, I do go with life. These jewels are really expensive, so that's why they're not perfect T1 life. They just cost a whole lot. But things are multiplied by 1.5 in here, so try to get high life and some decent flat damage, and it'll multiply by 1.5. So this belt is pretty huge for the build as far as damage and life goes. It's actually better than an LA attack belt. I tested it out, and 2 good gems with this belt is better. The only thing you're not getting is resistances, so if you mark the resistances out, this is a better way to go. And I think that's about it. If you have any questions or comments, just leave it underneath the video below, and I'll try to get back to you. Thank you for watching.